So what is the aerial photogrammetry? Photogrammetry is a surveying and mapping technique which can be used in various applications. There are many uses of photogrammetry in the surveying industry, such as topographic mapping is there, site planning, then earthwork volumes. That is, earthwork volume means what? You calculate the how much amount of excavation is to be taken for the leveling. That is the earthwork volume. Then production of digital elevation model DEM and or photography maps. So these are the things. Means in generalize, we use this photogrammetry for the mapping purpose. We prepare the maps. Okay. Now someone will say that we are also having the Google Maps. Then why we need this? We are having the Google Maps. Then what is the use of this? See here, if you construct anything, if you construct any house or any building, it will not get directly reflected in Google Maps. So Google Map is not a live map. So remember this thing. If sudden changes are made on the ground, then directly it will not get reflected in the Google Map, right? Google Map gets updated uh, periodically. After a specific interval of time, the Google Maps get updated, and Google Maps get updated with the help of the satellite, right? And that satellite is having certain limitation for its resolution. You cannot zoom beyond that resolution. Okay, there are certain satellites for which you need the permission of the defense authority. Some satellites are with the NASA, so he can have the 1 meter up to resolution. Means for from that satellite you can see a object up to the 1 meter, but for that you need the permission from that specific department. Normal people don't have authority to view the objects at certain depth or at certain resolution. Okay, because the security threat is there, national security is there, right? If you permit everyone to get the access to all these things, then that may be used by the some peoples who can take the misadvantage of that. So that's why, to avoid this thing, these things are not accessible to the common public, but Google Maps is accessible to the all public, and you can make a zoom on it. You can have the resolution up to that 200 meter, 300 meter, whatever the given in your Google Maps. Okay, but if certain things are changed that are not reflected to Google Maps, and for that purpose we need this special type of photography, that is the aerial photogrammetry, right? So that high resolution of photos are taken. Now in this image you can see that there are three images which are combined together to give the uh, topography of the that particular area. Okay, so these type of high resolution cameras are used to capture these images, and then the images are combined together. So the types of photogrammetry is also given. So the digital instruments are used. Now sometimes the 3D models are to be prepared, and for that you need the close range or terrestrial digital photography, right? So these can be the types based on its depth of resolution. So one is the vertical, one is the low oblique, that is no horizon, and the third one is high oblique, means from the higher altitude. So these are the three types. In vertical, you capture the area on front side and back side, equal areas are captured. That is, from exactly vertical direction you take the photograph. That is the one type. Then second type is your oblique, low oblique, means no horizon. So the camera might be tilted so that you are getting the area on a longer direction also. And in third one, high oblique means your aircraft is in the vertical direction, but it is able to capture the area up to the higher distance also. So that is the high oblique photogrammetry, because your altitude is high, your aircraft is at the higher altitude, so that the high oblique nature photograph can be captured. So that is a third type. So simple types are there. Then image acquisition, selecting the appropriate camera system, what camera is to be selected. Now aircraft also do such type of thing. Aircraft moves with a high speed and drones moves with a low speed, right? So different suitable cameras can be used. Nowadays the DJI drones are very much familiar, very much familiar to everyone. You see the various videos on YouTube also based on these DJI drones. And our campus is also having one proposal to get such type of drone. So from this you can capture such type of objects you can see here. So at very much higher altitude, you see the communication satellites are there, and that satellites are also having the capturing mechanism. So what are the advantages of the aerial photogrammetry? So it is a permanent pictorial record of the significant area. So for that particular time, you are having the permanent record. Means Google Maps are changing after the 3 months, 4 months. The Google Maps having the updates, but whatever the pictures you capture here, that will be permanent with you. So that is the advantage. You can also record the video also, right? Video recording can also be done, and you can have a larger area. You are having freedom that how much area you are going to capture. Now there are certain disadvantages also at the higher altitudes and at the mountainous areas. It may be difficult to capture these type of photographs, and the accuracy might be affected at the different contours, because you are capturing the photograph, but if the mountain is there, it will have a slope, right? It will have a higher slope, steep slope. So it may possible that the correct photograph might not be taken. So that may happen in such case. If the area is plain, then there is no doubt you will have the high resolution photographs, and such type of areas will not be there. But generally, one point is given here that aerial photogrammetry cannot produce the same level of accuracy as traditional survey field methods. Now, why this happens? Because you are taking the photograph from altitude, at high altitude, and the traditional survey, suppose if you are taking the total station or your theodolite for survey, then you are at the ground position, so the accuracy will be more, right? So this is the only small disadvantage. And that was a last topic of our sixth unit. So uh, here we can have that our topic has ended